Back questions?
Physically, just how much did that bye week help you give them some time?
A lot, yeah. I know some guys were able to go home and see some family, and I think in the beginning of the year I was kind of looking forward to that, but I had to stay and take care of my body. Listen to the trainers, and they've been awesome throughout this whole process. So props to them, and just got to keep working. It's going to be kind of a process throughout the whole season. But feel as good as I can leading up to each game week, and feel good. So this is the healthiest I felt in the last 8 months. So this is just a good opportunity to go out there.
So since you didn't go home, what did you do last weekend?
I was able to go to Keeneland on Friday, which was nice. So that's like the one time a year I'm able to actually make it. So that was a lot of fun, and had a really good time with some teammates and some people I know. So the treasure of Lexington that we don't get to experience very often. So that was cool.
Well, you told us this summer you and had a friendship at the Manning Academy. What was that relationship like, and just what impressed you about him as a coach?
Yeah, he's a great person. I gotta have answers, and we gotta know our assignments. We gotta pick them up, and we gotta win against man defense. We gotta know we're gonna get some man. Something they've been doing a lot of this year, and it's cool that it's football's a game, obviously a team sport, but a lot of the situations when you're playing against man defense, it's whose guy is better than whose plan is better than whose plan. So that's been our kind of message to our receivers and our running backs and our tight ends and our skills this week, that when we're getting man defense, like, we got to have a plan. You got to straight up beat the guy in front of you if we're gonna have a chance at making this play happen. So they've embraced that, and they've been working really well this week.
What kind of things do you have to do differently to kind of tune out all that the crowd noise and the music and everything else? And how do you focus and lock in?
Not much. I mean, I think we do a good job throughout the week of trying to simulate the crowd noise, and I think just me as a quarterback, I have to make sure that I'm enunciating as well as possible in the huddle and that I'm being very loud, and that there's no miscommunication. And I just have to be very aware of that throughout the game, that I'm just being clear in my communication with the guys. And but it should be great. It's exciting, and we got to do some things with the cadence and the calls and what have you to not let the noise affect us. But we're ready, and we've played in tough environments before, so it's not new to us.
Yeah. How did Florida kind of help in that regard? Going down there, dealing with stuff like that.
A lot. I mean, it's not. I think that Tennessee might be a little more rowdy, might be a little louder, all that, which I'm so excited for. It's going to be an awesome game day experience, the atmosphere. But not much. I mean, it's not going to affect or change. It doesn't change based on the opponent. So it worked well there. So I think we're just going to stick to footwork that week.
How important is
We've talked about the environment. We've talked about how the offense works on Tennessee side of the ball. How important is it for you guys to stick to your game plan, stick to your tempo, and not get caught up in everything that is going down to Knoxville and look what their offense is doing on the other side?
Well, yeah, I mean, I think we can use it to our advantage. I think if we're able to string together, take a lot of time off the clock, that just doesn't give them as much time on the field, So it makes it easier on our defense, giving them the rest that they need. It's going to be really tough for them to go against that tempo offense, and then for us to go 3 and out. We're not helping the defense at all in that regard. So we got to make sure we put long drives together, manage the game, manage the clock, and we got to do that if we want to win.
This is the closest you've been to having the full offense healthy, 100% for a game. How does that feel to have kind of all the weapons available?
Yeah, it's great. I feel like the last couple months we've just had little pieces here and there that have been taken out, and even though it might be 1 or 2 people, that you got to realize that plays a huge effect on the whole offense as a group, and just all the working pieces. If there's one piece that's not there, then the rest of it's not going to be able to work properly, or as efficiently. So it's great to have all of our guys back. Tavion's looking good, and it's good to hopefully have him back. And we know that Flex has a chance at playing too. So having everybody back and healthy has been really helpful.
How important is a fast start PP?
It's huge. We've been talking about that, and we've been trying to have the same kind of thing in practice where we're going out and it's not taking a couple plays to reload and get the energy, get the juice out. We shouldn't need to get smacked in the mouth to get that energy up and to get up early and get hot early. So we got to make sure we do that to give our defense confidence, to give ourselves confidence, and then to dictate the tempo of the game like we talked about earlier, we can't do that unless we're really winning the game. So.
Last year's game.
Well, yeah, I mean, we're watching a lot of the tape from last year. I mean, they're doing some similar things on defense this year as they did last year. So we're using our game against them last year and the similar kind of looks and formations that we know we're going to be putting in, showing them this week. So looking at what we did last year to kind of see that. So that's something we're watching every day. So it is definitely something that we're thinking about. But I mean, the offseason, that's a game I studied a lot. It's a game that situationally and just for myself was a great game to learn from and to improve upon, but to also recognize some good things that we were able to do and how we can possibly do those again.
Of course, you guys like to hit quick, score quick. That game last year, both teams in the 40s, but as you talked about, how much more satisfying is it to be able to put together those 10-plus play drives that end in a touchdown, that kind of drain teams as the fourth quarter rolls around?
It's cool. I mean, I love throwing 80-yard touchdowns, but I mean, that's real football. That's real football. When you have two good football teams going against each other, they're going to make plays, we're going to make plays. And it's not youth football. You're not going to have a guy that breaks 5 tackles every other play, you know. As long as they're doing their jobs and we're doing our jobs, but our job is just a little better than their job, then we can keep clicking away at yards, at first downs, and that's how the pros are. That's how good football games usually are. And if you want to have a good team, you got to be able to have those types of drives and to make those plays.
Well, yeah, you got ES.
We know we got nothing to lose, but we got a lot to prove to go out there and to play well and to show what we're made of. So we're excited about the opportunity, and I can't wait.
Well, Will, it's kind of a follow-up to that. But how much would a win mean to you into this program if you're able to go in there?
A lot. I mean, looking back, I mean, you could just look at the big picture and just know that the history between these two programs and their fan base is like not the most amicable. You know, like it's big for the state, it's big for our fans, and we know that. Last year, them getting the best of us and getting that win in a tough game, and not being able to close it out at the end, that's another little piece of motivation. They're undefeated. Everyone thinks that they're unstoppable. There's another thing to motivate you. So I mean, there's a lot of things you can point to, and I'm just excited to be tested and to play a really good team in a tough environment on the biggest stage, and just embrace it.
Just going back to 2 weeks ago, have you taken the time to just kind of reflect on the Mississippi State game, leaving with the injury, you know, how big of a win that was for you guys?
Yeah, we needed it. That bye week would have felt a whole worse if we didn't get the win, you know? So just for our confidence and for the team to be able to put together a win like that against a really quality Mississippi State team, that was important for us, and it was important for me to know that if I was okay to go back in the game and to finish that game out. So we definitely learned from it and digested it that whole week, but that's behind us and haven't really looked at it since. So.
All right, folks, thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Just how important is it for you and Will and the offensive line just to be on one page, cohesion with cadences and all that?
Very important, knowing that probably one of the loudest crowds we're going to go against. So just making sure that we're all on the same page and we all got the same play call for the play is a big key.
Barion, when we've seen this program in the past, we know you're new here, we've seen this program thrive when they're counted out or an underdog. Does this team this year got that same motivation? People kind of give you a little more when they're kind of saying this team may not have as good of a shot as they normally do against a team or something like that? Yes,
sir. We always gonna come to any game with the same mentality as we want to win. We want to be the best we can be the best versions of ourselves, and hoping for the best outcome.
Barion, as a Nashville guy, just what does this mean to you?
Big time. Kudos to Tennessee. Love what they did with the environment. Just didn't get to take an official or go visit the college, but love Tennessee. Thank them for recruiting me, and I'm just ready to get out there and play.
Everybody good?
They were playing Alabama at the same time you guys were getting ready to play. Did you get a chance to go back and see any of that? And what do you think of kind of from a receiver's perspective in this matchup?
Honestly, after the game, I really didn't, but I just seen a couple plays that they did was Will ran, Real passed, play calling was good, and that's about it.
Barion, we've seen some big plays from you guys in special teams this year with your help, of course. How important is a game this high stakes when there's, they got a high-powered offense for you guys to maybe break a big play on special teams?
That's very important. I look at it like special teams. I could be the player of the game that I made, or a big key of part of the game was a special teams play that was made. So I just look at special teams like this is a chance to change the game. So anytime I feel like I got a chance to return the ball on special teams, I'm just looking to make a play for the team.
How's Tavion being back affect your role not only on special teams but as a receiver?
Man, I'm happy he back. Can't wait to be back out there with him and play with him.
What's he bring to you guys?
Bring just a senior mindset role, helping the young guys out, competitive, just all around talent.
What stands out to you about Tennessee's defensive backfield?
They like running man a lot.
Grant, you were on a couple of those midseason freshman All-American teams. What did that mean to you, and kind of how do you evaluate your season to this point?
Honestly, I'm just trying to be the best player I can be. Not trying to let too much of what the others say or put me at. Like, I'm thankful for it, but I'm just trying to be the best version of me. Trying to accomplish something that some haven't, and I just won a national championship.
What do you think of that punt return that got called back?
A little frustrated. I wanted another one.
Everybody good? All right, thank you.
Thanks, Barry.
No problem.